there are a couple things that were said. You made it a point to point out that you asked me my age. What is your actual objection with my statement about when I think women are their most physically attractive?
I just find it an interesting question. I'm just wondering what you're trying to get out of the question. I'm not saying it's a bad question. I'm just wondering.
I get that, but you're not even answering my question. Okay. You already said that, but then you said, whoa, you over here as a 35-year-old finding women who are in their early to mid-20s attractive. That's a little weird. I didn't say it was
weird. I'm just saying, what are we instilling here?
What do you mean, what are we instilling? What are you trying to get at? Well,
we're looking at pictures of ourselves as older, and I think a lot of women are told to have the insecurity of, oh, well, the second you get out of your 20s, like things get a little rocky. You're actively looking at pictures, and that's great to hear. You know, I'm petrified.
You're going to look so much better in your 30s.
Yeah, but why are you, I don't wait to be 30. Why are you worried about all that?
Because I've been told to be. I genuinely did not.
And rating yourself based on how you think you look.
Yeah, I'm just saying, considering exactly what you said, every single product inside a store is like for looking younger, just as what you said. I had no insecurity when I graduated high school about my age, and then I was told to have this insecurity. I was told to. I'm not just making that up either.
What do you mean you were told
so then why is your beauty standard, like all of you said?
It's not my beauty standard. Listen, this guy is 35. He just said that girls are most attractive in their 20s.
Hold on,
I'm not saying it's bad.
Stop.
What
Let
did
him
you rate
finish.
yourself?
Pardon?
What did you rate yourself?
7.
A 7. And what makes you a 7?
Like for myself, like what do you mean? Like
Yeah, what makes you a 7? You don't know what makes you a 7?
I like my eyes, I like my hair, whatever, yeah.
Your eyes and your hair, so you're informing your own beauty standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're informing your own beauty standard, then who cares what these products and other things are
I'm
trying
not saying
to tell
I care.
You?
I'm just saying it's inception of the brain.
This is the contradiction I'm talking about. I don't care. I only inform my own beauty standard. I'm a 7 girl because I know I'm a 7 because my eyes and hair or whatever it is that you decide to point to is making you the 7. But at the same time, you say, well, these insecurities for age, they just come from products and things like that. I don't hear any insecurity for age. I hear you just saying, I inform my own beauty standard.
Well, also, like, once again, if we're going to look at the mechanics of things, theoretically, let's say women are the most, like, attractive because of, like, all the hormones they have in their body in their 20s. Okay, and then the hormones start to tip off, and then all of a sudden they're less attractive, whatever. But beyond that, we're told, you know, your brain is incepted to be insecure about it all. And I'm just saying, even, like, showing pictures of us, oh, here's what you're going to look like when you're 40. Do you think you're ugly? Like, yikes. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's just, like, just be clear on your motives here. You're saying, you're arguing, like, women should feel good about themselves.
I'm very clear on my motives. You ready? My motives are, I think that there's a lot of women who are coping with the delusion that in 10 years' time from present day, where they're at right now, that they're going to be just as attractive as they are right now. That's absurd.
Okay, but like, why are we harping on that? You can't control it.
Hang on. Here's how I'll demonstrate it, right? I'm going to ask you a question, and you're probably going to lie to me. You ready?
Okay.
When you walk down the street and you meet women who are in their 40s, are more of them attractive than the women who are in their 20s?
Okay, no, they have less hormones. They can't make a baby, theoretically. So if we're going scientifically, they're less attractive. No, that's valid. That is a valid point. If you want to talk about sexual attraction, they're less sexually attractive, sure. But what, they smell nice because they have the fucking old people lotion, they have the nice coat. So yeah, they're more attractive in that way.
Yeah, this makes no sense though. When you will just walk down the street and more 40-year-old women you see are less attractive than the 20-year-old women you see, then what is informing your view, all these different women's views, that they're going to be more attractive when they're in their 40s
you're right.
versus their 20s?
I will be 100% less attractive when I'm 40. Thank you for pointing it out. I think that's a valid concern. You at 40, do you think your wife is ugly? Is that what you're saying?
No, why? Doesn't even make sense.
Yes, it does.
It actually
you literally just called your wife ugly.
No,
Sorry.
No. See,
I think she's asking if your wife has gone downhill since you got married.
Let me help you out with logic here.
But you still love her. You still think she's beautiful. So why are you saying that to her?
Hang on.
And how should she feel about you?
Guys, stop. Let him. You guys got to let him talk.
Let the man speak.
If in 10 years you're less attractive than you are right now, that doesn't mean you won't be attractive. Right? That's not calling you ugly. That's pointing out that you're less attractive than you were 10 years prior. Is my wife less attractive now than she was at like 25? Yeah. And you know who the first one would be who would tell you that? My wife. And every other non-delusional human being on planet Earth.
Okay.
I guess it's about being realistic then.
How old's your boyfriend?
He's 20.
He's 20. Okay. Have you ever dated an older guy?
No.
Like
I've never,
age gap relationship?
No. I've never like dated an older guy.
Okay. So you asked why it's important, right? Or why we're doing this question. Like, it seems to be you're trying to say that, oh, we're just trying to belittle women and like actually tell them that they're less attractive than they actually think they are. Is that kind of your position, essentially? Or
Well, I'm actually just wondering if that is your position. I wasn't taking a stance. I'm just wondering where you guys are standing. So then, yes, what is your position?
Well, I'll tell you why. One, I think it's important. And I'll tell you why I suppose this question gets asked. One, it's just sort of to get a sense of women's self-perception of their own physical attractiveness. This is important when it comes to dating. This is a dating podcast, after all. So if you have, for example, and this could apply to men too, if you were delusional, for example, and you thought you were, how about this? Do you guys all know, maybe you've met a man who thinks he's fucking hot shit, who thinks he's God's gift, but you're like, you ain't fucking nothing. Like,
Yeah, like Brian.
thanks, Andrew, appreciate it. So, you've met a guy like this, right? Do you think that, but how are you, I guess, one, able to make the determination? He thinks he's hot shit, but he's not, right? And so do you think a person who thinks like this is going to expect a partner of a certain caliber that they're not actually likely going to be able to secure? Would that be a fair statement? Like, if you think you're, for example, let's say there's a basement dwelling, virgin, neck beard having, morbidly obese, Cheeto dust having,
Discordian.
God damn, can you guys stop fucking interrupting and just let me get through a sentence, perhaps a paragraph? It would be appreciated. All night with you guys, you've been interrupting me, you've been interrupting Andrew. He lives in his mother's basement. Do you think this guy is going to get a Victoria's Secret model?
No.
Talking about me again, Brian.
What's that,
Why
Andrew?
are you talking about me like this, Brian? You just going to put me out there like that? Anyway, yeah, to his question, though.
But he thinks he's a 10 out of 10.
Does he have a shitty personality
I
too?
was just about to say that.
I don't care how fucking good his personality is. And most of you would immediately disqualify him on the basis of his looks and standing in life alone, right?
I don't know. For me,
Can
it's-
you guys be good faith? Like, oh yeah, there's, you guys always want to argue like the outlier. You always want to argue just in general. You think most women want to date the morbidly obese, Cheeto dust having, virgin neck beard, living with his parents, playing video games all day, smoking weed? The answer is no.
No.
Just sometimes you guys can just grant an argument and be like, instead of just me, oh, well, there's some girl out there who's a Victoria's Secret model that would fuck him. You could just say no.
No, I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to say no, but I was also going to say if
there's some girl out there.
No, if he has motivation and let's say he's in his mom's basement all the time because he's hustling online and doing like baller shit, then I don't know. But if
You're
he
walking
has,
through a nursing home.
He's ambitious.
You're walking through a nursing home and you got the pictures of the women in the nursing home when they were 25. And you were like, hey, Granny, take a look at you at 25. Do you think that you look better now or at 25?
No,
what do you think
no.
Granny's going to say?
she's going to say that was some good times.
Yeah, why do you think she's going to point to her 25-year-old self as looking better than she does right now?
Well, because she's not on the verge of death.
No, she's not on the verge of death. She's a spry Granny.
Well, I don't
She
know.
got another 10 years left in her?
She's objectively hotter. She's objectively hotter.